G'day everybody, welcome to Distant Date Night, live from Candaloo, New South Wales, broadcasting to the world. I want to introduce you to special guest tonight, Ready Spaghetti, Mr. Luke O'Shea.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
Here we are on what is a rainy night in Sydney.
It's a rainy night in Candaloo too.
Yeah, good. It's good to see a bit of rain. We've had it pretty dry for a while, but it's good to be inside. Where else would you rather be?
Yeah. Where
Sing
else?
a couple of songs on date night.
Would you rather be?
I even got a candle for us, Melanie.
Date night. Oh
So
yeah, nice.
Nice and intimate, a bit romantic.
Intimate. I might play. I'm actually going to play. I'll play a song just to warm us up and to let everybody kind of come to the room and join us. I thought of playing one of the songs I recorded on the Graces album actually, and it's a song I wrote about that sort of. Anyway, it's a romantic song. We'll start with the romantic song just to go with the theme for the night. All right.
Yeah.
Originally when I made this. When I started these distant date nights, I actually was going to make everybody only play love songs. But every song is a love song, isn't it? Right? No. My daughter said no.
Yeah, you break
just
it all
like it's
down.
a love for the environment.
Molecule level, it is. Yep. The answer is love to all questions. So yeah, I suppose every song is it.
Okay. Oh. I'll come back to you in a second. I'll play a warm-up song and see you soon. Okay. My computer's slow tonight. Sorry, everybody. Oh, wow. It's really slow. Are you still there, Luke? You're still there? You are still there. I've just muted you. All right. It's just me again. Okay. I've got really good upload on my internet right now and really bad download, which means sometimes it plays up when listening to my friends talk and sing. But I needed to pick the one with the bigger upload so that I can be clearly singing to you all. Anyway, here's the song called I'll do one called Braveheart actually. I won't do the other song. Braveheart, string of my bow. From me the river will flow. Sweet music for the one who has loved completely. Oh man, could I have known? All friends still like home. Strong as granite, soft as gold. He has my heart unveiling. We climb mountains of tears. We sigh in seas of fears. We drown in lakes of love, but naked it's forgiven. Love me, sell me tonight. Out where the moon is bright. Two songs sung in a bay. Breathe unconscious river. Braveheart, string of my bow. Hey,
Nice work, mate. Getting a Led Zepp vibe. Must be the double neck behind me that kind of gave you that vibe.
oh, I can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
I'm spinning out, aren't I?
Can you hear me now?
I keep spinning out.
1, 2. Hey.
Oh, now you're spinning out. Everyone's spinning out. I can hear you a little bit, but you're sort of sitting still. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me? Loud and clear. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe.
Well, go forth and sing a song. Go forth and sing a song, and I'll fix up my end while you're going forward. Okay?
Righto. Here we go. Well, if it's going to keep with the love vibe, we'll give it to a love of cars to all those people out there. Right, this is a mate of mine, Brendan Smoother, who had a love of cars, as did his brother. In the Wollongong car racing scene back in the olden days before everything got really safe and kind of boring. Every Thursday night you'd make sure she looked just right, and then you ride her into town. Hit Crown Street, then on down to the South Beach Strip. At any given time there'd be 20 cars in line, spinning tires and talking shit. That's how I remember it on the South Beach Strip. Some were pretty, some were mean, man and his machine, but my HK Monaro was the best. Never needed nothing more than that V8 roar. And man, how she would turn their heads on the South Beach Strip. Ooh, ooh, South Beach Strip. I can still recall the day that I saw her Chevrolet, a blue Impala, pass me by. 327 caught my eye on the South Beach Strip. Well, it didn't take too long, we found we got along. All the passion that I miss as I recall that kiss on the South Beach Strip. Yeah, for years we cruised along, two lives, one song, till we felt there was something more to this. But when the times got hard, well, we sold our cars, we poured our lives into the kids. But God, how I miss the South Beach Strip. Well, our children have all grown, still Mary stays at home. So I drive down alone to the South Beach Strip. But the cops have shut it down. There's no more redheads in this town, just the steelworks and the ships. But some were pretty, some were mean, man, and he's machine. But my HK Monaro was the best. Never needed nothing more than that V8 Raw. Man, how she would turn the heads. God, it feels like a dream, that street racing scene of my HK Monaro was the best. Gotta feel that raw when the pedal hit the floor. Man, how she would turn the heads. God, how I still miss South Beach Strip. Ooh, ooh, South Beach Strip. Ooh, South Beach Strip. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, little
Yay.
green dot up on a screen.
I'm not spinning out anymore. Yay!
I'm glad
I
you're
think
not spinning it anymore.
that's a beauty. I kind of came. I kind of had to fix something quickly, and I came in on the lyric that that sat quite nicely alongside a lyric I had in the last song, and I thought that was lovely. Um, anyway, I'm
That's how it
more
works,
relaxed
mate.
now. Yeah,
You inspire
pass
me.
along.
Hopefully you can trigger something else in me, because I'm sitting here going, I don't know what I'm going to play next. I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's kind of fun. It's nice having a date night. Nice picking up
yeah.
a guitar again where you have to focus.
It's
I
like
don't even warm the
like
hat. I don't,
oh yeah,
it's like people are going, who is he? I'm going, oh, it's there, but it's hard to have earplugs in and wear a hat at the same time, particularly when it's nighttime. So
yeah. I should put my fancy hat on. Got a lovely
yeah, I
hat that my
saw
friend
that.
made. It's super
That's a
spunky.
crackerjack. That
Yeah,
is super spunky hat.
my the hat from a band called This Way North, and during lockdown last year, she just like fully upskilled, in other, because she's like already insanely skilled in everything, but she just started making hats, and then there you go, hat company and a good band and a brilliant drummer, etc., etc. So
Great. Yeah,
go.
no, it was a tasty hat, mate. Well done.
Yeah, but like I said, I can't wear it with my headphones on, huh?
Yeah, no, it's tricky.
We
It
got
knocks them out.
We've got a few people tuning in. Ready? There's Rebecca just jumped in there asking what guitar you're playing, Luke.
Ah, this is it's a beautiful Maiden. I forget the terminology. What do they call them? I have to look. What about it? I can't see it. But Maiden, I've been playing nothing but Maidens. I can't see anything. I'm getting that age now too. I've got my glasses on. Can't see without my glasses. Oh, here we are. This is a ER90C, and it happened when I was down in Victoria, because I've been playing Maiden for over 30 years, and I love them because they're just workhorses, as so many of you know out there. But I'll get the other ones out in a sec, because they're all set to different tunings now. But as I was fixing up one of the others, just giving it a bit of love and tender, they gave me this one, and it was like driving a Ferrari, and I just couldn't give it back. I said, I'm hanging on to this one, Pat. And I've just loved it ever since. It's just been lots of fun. So I'm glad you're liking it if you did, Rebecca. Hey, it's good to see you too, Rebecca. Hope you're doing well. Hope your music's going well.
It's all right. But I've got a few
It's a good time for practice. That's about it.
Yeah. Everyone says they could hear us. David Pryor jumped in there. He could hear us. It's good. Richard said that you're a more melodious Bob Dylan. That's lovely.
Thanks, Richard.
And everyone is tuning in. Who else is there? Tommy's hopped in there. Mate Players
Tommy
Unite.
Pickett.
Lovely. Woohoo! It's like the Sydney. Oh, yeah, and we've got greetings from Paris as well. All right, cool.
Bonjour.
Well, bonjour is Martin, but he's from also from Ireland.
Unreal. What a place.
Well, I think it takes me sometimes if things got a little bit crazy at the start here, because it's like any old gig, I get a little bit like heart racing, trying to settle myself in the right spot. I don't know if anyone can hear it. I'm kind of hoping no one. You told me you couldn't hear it, but the generator is on outside, and so hopefully there'll be power or gig this time. And but maybe I'll play another one on the mandola just to kind of, ride the mandola wave, from the Cronulla wave.
Yep, I'm
Pardon?
tucking in. I'm just going to get my board and just tuck on into that green room you're going to create.
Yeah. Just pulling in. Who was it? Someone before said something funny, and I was going to giggle. Someone up here said, "Woohoo! He come back to Bondi."
Hey, Margaret. Yeah, I'll be there in a heartbeat. You guys started all this Sydney shutdown, though, you eastern suburbs rat bags, so, they got a lot to answer for. But no, like any time, Margaret, I'd love to. It's funny to be kind of.
Well, I was thinking because
you're almost 20 months now.
Yeah.
20 months of this kind of lockdown cut off.
Mum and Dad have chimed in that they can't hear the generator, just the chooks, which is a worry because it's night time and the chickens are in the bathroom, so you can't possibly hear the chooks, Dad. Surely.
No, that was just my singing. Thanks, Mr. Horsnell.
Well, I'll go forth and I'll play the one that I was going to play before, called "Take a Look at My Light." All right, I'll see you in a second. Right there. All right. Oh, my darling, please whisper in my ear. Oh, my darling, while I wind up old feet. Run out of words to describe this. I'm just feeling creeping up inside. I lay down my tools of trade to let this sea breeze dance upon my face. Morning's rising, we're lying in your room. See the sunshine, I won't get up till you do. What you thinking, what you got in your mind, you do let it out sometimes. Quiet and books and blue eyes, someone I just want to be beside. travel so far, but what I have to do, like a cradle is my home. Like a candle are my thoughts. Every night I see the stars, I talk to them, some kisses where you are. Every night they shine on me. Quietly they sing. Hey, love, take a look at my light, look at my light, look at my light now. Hey, love, take a look at my light, look at my light, look at my light now. Hey, love, take a look at my light, look at my light, look at my light now. Hey, love, take a look at my light, look at my light, look at my light now. Oh, my darling, there's nothing more to say. Oh, my darling, I love you every day.
Yeah. Woo, woo, woo.
Woo!
That's lovely melody. What a lovely melody
thank
that
you.
was. Yes.
Thank you. That was written near. That's what I was going to say before. It was written between Candelo and Maroubra. That's why I was thinking of the beaches up there. The first verse is a little bit about being up there. So there you go.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful story. Beautiful song. So is it my turn now, yeah?
Yeah, it's your turn. What do you got?
Well, it's Father's Day tomorrow for all you dads out there. Happy Father's Day. And this will be the first one I have without my dad on the planet. So it's easy to remember when he passed because it was 4-3-2-1. So on the 4th day of March 2021. So 4-3-2-1, he passed. And he was a huge man, obviously, in my life, as most dads are to their sons. But I'd written this song years before, and strangely enough, it's pretty much 7 months have passed, and it just seems right to play this song for a few people here now, and for myself, really. It's called The Old Man's Shed.
Oh, lovely.
Well, the old man kicked the bucket about 7 months ago. They left me with his ashes. He left me with a note, and it read, "Son, you know I love you, but from this world I've been released. And I know you know just what to do, so I can rest in peace." So I hung on to his ashes and the words he said, and I went out for inspiration into the old man's shed. And as I opened up the door, I could still recall his face, as he would try and tell me sternly everything must have its place. Yes, well, he tried to educate me, but I never quite could see, 'cause he had so many hammers. How many hammers do you need? Ah, with all his nuts, bolts and washers, there isn't nothing he would waste. There in my old man's shed, everything must have its place. Well, that man could build the Taj Mahal with nails, clamps and glue. And if something ever broke, he knew exactly what to do. And I would watch him at the workbench in a state of grace. Yes, and everything he touched, it was meticulously placed. There were ropes, there were ladders, there were brushes, there were leads, and the poster on the fridge when the Dragons won in '63. If I'd try and borrow something and leave without a trace, Well, every tool had an outline, everything must have its place. Yes, well, he tried to educate me, but I never quite could see, 'cause he had so many chisels. How many chisels do you need? Ah, with all his nuts, bolts and washers, there is nothing he would waste. There in my old man's shed, everything must have its place. Yes. Then suddenly it struck me I knew exactly what to do. I opened up a jam jar, I emptied out the screws. Then I poured the old man's ashes in with a smile upon my face. Then I left him there within the shed, everything must have its place. Ah, yes, he tried to educate me, now finally I see. When you find your place within the world, how happy you can be. Ah, with all his nuts, bolts and washers, there is nothing we should waste, ever. There in my old man's shed, everything must have its place. My old man's shed, everything has got its place. In my old man's shed, he found his final resting place. Yeah, to all you dads out there, happy Father's Day for tomorrow. Thanks, Melanie.
I remember hearing David popped in there. Happy Father's Day, Luke and family.
Thanks, Davey Pryor.
Richard
Cheers,
wants
mate.
to know. Yeah, I didn't know him. I shared the tip.
Yeah, as is mine, Richard. It's you know, he I call him the pre-Bunnings generation of Australians, and you know, every old man or every uncle or pop had that shed, you know, which had the vice grips and the tools and the hammers and all those tools. They weren't just made in China; they were hard fought and won and very expensive and seldom lent, you know, and it was a real honour to watch those men at work and just, you know, love what they did and that passion for fixing and making stuff out of scratch, you know, whereby we all just head down to Bunnings, mate. It's broken, get a new one, you know. So it's it was something that was I feel very honoured to have witnessed, you know, as a kid growing up. And you know, the hardest thing is we still haven't gone through his shed, you know, since he passed, and it's all just sitting there, and I just wouldn't know where to start with, you know, what to do with it. And yeah, it's I'm sure there's many listeners out there that can relate.
Yeah, I was thinking about the other day. I've got my tools, and they're all on the front veranda, and they're sort of spread out at the moment because I keep having to fix things, and I have to, like, the water heater broke the other week, so I had to learn how to fix it. And then at the moment the batteries are not working, so I had to find some. But I did think with these tools all spread on the front veranda that I should, like you said, take some inspiration from those old fellas and get one of those backing boards, you know, with the holes in it, and they'd sort of draw the shape around and hang them all up. But then I'd have to build a shed to do that.
Yeah, I hear you. I wouldn't know what to do with my drawer. All my tools are in one drawer. I just go, well, I know which drawer it is. Just where they are in that drawer, that's the mystery.
I have to show you I can't show you, but right now on the kitchen bench. So the kitchen bench, I can't use a kitchen bench because there's two saws. There's a spinny thing. What do you call it? A circular saw as well, and there's a pile. There's a whole pile of tools on the kitchen bench as well, because I found a whole pile of floorboards at the tip, and I cut them all up and put them down in my kitchen.
Yeah, well, waste not, want not. You'll be amazed when you use them.
Yeah. So they're all on the floor now, but they haven't put the tools away because there's nowhere to put the tools.
Well, maybe that's what you're making out of all those boards is a bit of a shed now, see? So you get somewhere to put your tools.
Give it a twist. So I'm going to now taking inspiration
There's
from
a
that song.
hole
I will
in
go.
the bucket, dear Liza. It's making me think of that for some reason. So what are you going to sing us?
I'm going to sing a song.
Sorry.
Dad just chimed in there said, take a photo of all Dad's retained memories. So that's a nice idea. A good, really great photo of it would be really nice, wouldn't it? All set up.
Absolutely.
Well, I thought I
Sure.
might try a brand new song, which is scary.
Yeah, great.
But I've never played it live, but may as well give it a whirl.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. I'll give it a go. See, it's a song I wrote. Well, if I say I wrote it in lockdown, this is stupid because we're all in lockdown.
Still, man, it's gone on. Wow.
All right, I'll sing a song and I'll come back to you
Lockdown.
soon. Yeah. All right. There's a note in there that I don't know if I'll remember it, but I'll. Okay, so I'm doing it. Oh, I'm so sorry. There it is. Okay, all right. I'm sorry, Luke. To get that chord right. Tell me how you feel. Tell me why you cry. What is going on? What is in your life? Tell me about your day. Sounds like where you are. All your friends are gone. All that's left feels dark. And I will give you. And I will hear you tonight. And I will send you sweet, sweet dreams to dream. When the rivers run, they don't even try, swelling round the roots, flowing with the tide. I know we're confused, pull off to the side, but the rain will come, we will be revived, and it will give us hope, and it will bring us to life. It will taste good, sweet, sweet rain to dream. Over us is God, under us is earth. Every day I learn, every day I heard. Easy's not the word, but simple is the way. We just have to stop trying to escape, and I will bring home. We will plant it with life, and it will grow strong, sweet, sweet fruit to eat. Tell me how you feel, tell me why you cry, what is going on, what is in your life, tell me about your day, sounds like where you are, all your friends are gone, all that's left is stars.
Yeah. What was the last line? All that's left is stars. Is that it?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, sounds like friends are gone, all that's left is stars.
That's beautiful. Nice imagery. Tell me about your day.
I like talking to stars. Like, tell me about your day.
Tell me about your day. Tell me about your day. It's not something you hear often anymore, is it? Ah, you wouldn't believe my day. Ah. Now tell me about your day. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. It's funny because it's like it was a song. You know, I keep thinking it was a song around lockdown. But it's that thing of like the constant inner turmoil of are you yourself, like, are you alright? But also, are your mates alright? And then and yeah, expectations of self, blah 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 blah. It's too don't complicate it, Melanie. Write the bloody song. That's it. The song was it. Okay.
That's good. No, it's beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful, Melanie.
And I talk to stars all the time. They're lovely friends. So there you go.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't tried that lately, but I'll give it a crack.
Yeah. What do you got for us?
Well, stars, hey? Let's go somewhere where I'll sing a song which got stars in it and actually sing them for the first time. Sometimes I yearn to see the stars, you know, like it aches. You know, you'd be sitting there watching some crap on TV and you're going, I should just be out in the bush just looking up, you know? And you feel that ache in your chest, and when you see it for the first time, you just kind of, or after a while, you just blown away. And I've had a couple of nice experiences, you know, where you steal your kids out of the madness of it all, and you get to show them just how magnificent this country is. And some songs you can write in a short amount of time, as you know, Melanie, and some of them take you a while, and this one took a while because started off when we were in Victoria, and I was looking at this young carny, you know. They've got that certain look in their eye, like they just got out of prison, you know. Those carnival workers, they've got the tattoos everywhere and certain teeth missing, but, you know, you're not going to stay on that ride a second longer than you're allowed because they might just kill you. And this young bloke, mate, he was just loving his durries and just going, sucking it in and blowing out. I'm thinking, oh, you lucky prick, you know, not a care in the world. And I started wondering, you know, this when responsibility would kick in his door, you know, what we have to do to make a crust. And it eluded me for a long time until I was in the northwest part of Australia, in those fly in, fly out communities up there, where there's a lot of these young blokes up there that are making very good coin, but there's a pound of flesh that must be paid for that, and that comes in the form of loneliness and heartache from being away from your friends and families for so long, you know, with those fly in, fly outs, and 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, or 3 weeks on, a week off, you know, there's all mixtures of it all. But yeah, this is called Stronger Than Nicotine. Jesse with the Dodgem cars down in Rye on the Mornington Peninsula every Christmas time. There were tattoos on his arms that climbed up to his neck. Screamed he'd care for nothing but his cigarettes. Those things are gonna kill you, came a voice in line. As he slowly turned, he was struck by the eyes that were smiling as they watched him. Drew a deep breath, he blew her a ring, he said, I ain't dead yet. Well, he never took a ticket, so she rode all night. As she laughed out loud, he felt a strange delight, and she knew he was watching. It gave her a thrill, felt like a lion ready for the kill. But be it the music, be it the bright lights, or just being wild, young and reckless on a perfect summer night, there are some moments you never forget, like when love gets in your bloodstream. It's stronger than the nicotine in a cigarette. With Loretta, Jesse felt that he could start again, so he loaded up his world into an old panel van. Then he whispered in her ear, everything'll be right. We'll head northwest, I'll get a job on the mines. It was pissing down rain when they left Melbourne town. For the next few months they had a good look around. Open roads, so much space. The more they moved, the more he felt a sense of place. But be it the silence, be it the firelight, or just the wide open wonder of a billion stars at night. There are some moments you never forget, like when this land gets in your bloodstream. It's stronger than the nicotine in a cigarette. So much stronger. Yes, it's so much stronger. Hey! Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa. Now through a wet and a dry, Loretta hung around Broome, while Jessie drove a truck in and out of the ground. 2 weeks out of 3, wondering what it's about. It's a lonely old life, flying in, flying out, flying in, flying out. When Loretta fell pregnant, she flew back home. He was making good money, so he got a big loan and he bought her a house. He filled it full of things, brought her back a pearl sitting on a ring. Now those things that are gonna kill you always cross his mind. As he lights one up, he always thinks of the eyes of his wife and child so far away. But if you want to spend the money, there's a price you have to pay. Ah, but be it the distance, or be it the long nights, when you are so far from the ones you love for so much of your life, missing the moments you forever regret. But when the money gets in your bloodstream, it's so much stronger. When the land gets in your bloodstream, so much stronger. When love gets in your bloodstream, stronger than the nicotine in a cigarette. Oh, 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 so much stronger. Whoa, whoa, go so much stronger. So much stronger. Why, thank you very much. Thank you, little green
Everyone's
dot.
chimed in. Woohoo! Lots of love.
Thanks, Margaret. Thanks, Angie.
Yeah, Ashley.
Ash. How you going, Ash?
Yeah, the troops are in.
Hey, John. Thanks, mate. Good to see you all.
Yeah.
Hey, Jenny.
In there?
Oh,
Yeah.
one day I'll get back down to Victoria. Who knows?
Yeah. Oops, I keep pressing the wrong button. Sorry.
We'll cross these borders one day.
We'll leave further than 5 kilometers away.
It's just been so funny, hasn't it? These 20 months. I loved how all the kind of tradies are going, 2 weeks, we're going to live. Oh, the country will stop. We run the country. 2 weeks. And musos and flight kind of industry and all the tourism are going, 2 weeks? We've been almost 2 years, you bozos. You know? So anyway, everyone's got their own pain. But yeah, we've been very patient, very, very patient.
I was just sitting there watching you sing, and I thought, well, one, it took me back to Tamworth, which is it is, being at the gig is just it's just so good, right? And playing the gig or watching the gig, I was utterly enjoying watching. And then I thought, how good is this, eh? forget to ever sing, but also I get to hear music and hear your beautiful voice. It's really awesome. Thank you.
Oh, mate, no, thank you. You're the one who pulls this all together. It's kind of funny. It's like last night. A couple of the neighbours said, "Look, why don't we just have a jam on the street?" I'm just going, "All right." So I just, I thought we were going to be sitting in our driveways, but it ended up being our whole street, and everyone's just in their driveways with their beers. So I set up a couple of speakers, and
Yeah.
it was just a magic night, just to connect with each other across the driveways and across the street, and everyone's yelling out with their own beers there, but just how music links it, and I set up another mic for any neighbour that wanted to come down and, try out for the voice, it was a bit of fun, so we had the greatest kind of collection of just, galahs and cockatoos screaming into these things, but it was awesome. And music just does that. It just brings people together, and that's the hardest thing. As being singer-songwriters, we just long for connection. That's what we do. We're connection kings, and connecting with people through a lyric or a melody, or by going out to where they are and connecting people. And this whole COVID's been an exercise in disconnecting families and grandparents and weddings and funerals and neighbours and work people and students. It's just a massive disconnection of people, and it's just we won't tolerate it, but we've been putting up with it. But it's been interesting to see how we've persevered through it, but it's very unnatural.
Yeah. I was thinking the other day, it's funny because like you can still have a long conversation with someone like on the phone, but actually I didn't realize how much I miss like just the wink from a person walking past you in the street, or the "Hey, here you going," or "It's nice out there," or just that stuff. I actually didn't realize how it's I'd go get my coffee from down the road just to get that little flash of humans'
Connection.
faces. Yeah, and Anyway.
Yeah, look, there's a friend of mine's wife, and she's full on hippie chick, and I saw her like the other day, and she just came up and gave me a hug, and I was just going, and I'm a hugger, but I was so conditioned over the last thing not to hug, but the hug was so beautiful that I was just going, wow, thank you, thank you for that beautiful hug, it was really noticeable, like before that you just go, nice hug, thank you, but this one was out of the box because I'd missed it so much. It was strange.
Yeah. I don't want to play this. I was going to play a song. I actually was thinking about, when I asked you if we could write a song together, and then I had those ideas and I sent them to you, and then you sent some ideas back, and in that time I wrote like
you
really
totally ignored them.
song.
Thank you.
No, I didn't. I didn't think. No, but I didn't ignore it. It was just that my brain went. I ended up recording that kind of miserable one that I'd sent you.
You guys were in a serious time deadlock. So
yeah, like Mother's Day.
yeah, like we're gonna need to write this song tomorrow, and we're recording it tomorrow as well. So there we go.
And so like I still want to write with you, absolutely. Oh my gosh, you're like legend, and I love everything you do. But what was funny was whatever, Mel, whatever, shut up. But I tell my sister she's beautiful all the time too, and she goes, "How would you go away?" But anyway, less than that, more that I think you're fun, and I would like to write a song with you. But this song that I ended up writing that I thought was a bit too miserable to ever even put out to anywhere. I thought I'd play one just because that was the last sort of conversation I had with you.
Bring it on.
Today. And it's funny that now I said that it's miserable. It's funny because you write something, you write it and you think, oh, it was really good and healthy for me to write that down because I felt really awful, and then you record it and you think, oh, should I record that? Maybe it's a bit silly, but then it was really nice to have people respond who also felt similarly, or who had, like, one man wrote in and said, "Oh, I sent it to my 96-year-old mum, and she raised 5 of us." And I thought, oh, I hadn't even thought of that. Like, how cool that he sent it on. Oh, the generator's dying now, so I think we'll be okay. But anyway,
Can't
I'll let
hear
it
it.
fart for a bit. You can't? Okay, all right. I'll sing the song. See you soon. I don't talk too much, do I, Luke? Bye. See you in a second. Okay, all right. I'm sorry about the generator's just running out of fuel, so it's okay. Uh-oh. What if it just dies? Anyway, we'll be right. Am I supposed to be a mother when I'm just trying to get by? Just trying to get enough work, just trying to make a good life. Am I supposed to be a mother when I have to sell my time? Want to see you growing faces, want to see you changing minds. Hard work, soul hurts, no help, just hurt. Am I supposed to be a mother when I can't even provide 2 incomes on the table, when I only earn less than half, and there's all these expectations wearing my heart down? Am I supposed to be a mother when I'm worn into the ground? Hard work, soul hurts, no help, just hurt. Breathe deep, slowly, we will survive. And you don't think you can say anything, just keep it inside. 'Cause nobody talks about difficult things, pretend it's just fine. And they say, don't worry, mama, we really do like toast. You cut it up nice like soldiers, dipped in eggs we like the most. You take us to the beach, jump on the trampoline, and you're the only grown-up we know who joins us on the swing. We love you, Mom, 'cause you're everything. Hard work, soul hurts, no help, just hurt. Breathe deep, slowly, we will survive. Hard work, soul hurts, sometimes I cry. Breathe deep, slowly, we'll be alright. I'm supposed to be a mother, even on my own. We'll make this work together, we'll be fine.
Yeah, that's way better than the one I had for you. You know that idea.
No, I still want to do it. I'll have to reveal to everybody what I was trying to write about. So I wrote to Luke and I said, "Hey, I want to write a song." And like, I think I kind of like was at that point. Yeah, okay, no one's allowed to laugh at me. No one's allowed to laugh at me. But I kind of was like, let's write a song like where it's like a love song, but it's like a single mother love song, like where she like where the guys just like really want to go out with her or something like that. I think that's what I was going for. And, because nobody writes songs at that angle, right? No one writes songs from that angle. It's always like 20-year-olds or like or I don't know. I was trying to come from a different angle, and I needed your help because I needed some like a left of center idea to help me get across the line. But anyway, so that's why it was quite hilarious when I was trying to go that direction, and I was even trying to sit down with what we'd started with and go that way, and then I wrote the other thing.
Yeah,
So it's okay.
I did attempt. I attempted to write a song like that, but I was about to play, and I went, I don't even know if I'd ever be able to remember it. But yeah, we'll discuss it off air when we got a bit of time. But yeah, Rosemary's Eyes. I gave it a crack.
Yeah, it's a beauty.
I really wouldn't know how to go with that one.
Yeah, I know it's funny. It's funny sometimes because I don't like write songs on my own, or sometimes that write songs with other people. But it's funny, I think, sometimes to ask somebody with a like just from outside that perspective, someone who is sitting on the outside to offer assistance on that. And like I wrote with a poet in France, Alain Rouvet, a while ago, and it's sort of the same thing where I'd present a woman's story, and then he's like then had to write it in French, and he added things in that were quite made me giggle a bit because it was like a man's perspective of how a woman thinks, which cracked me up so hard. But anyway, it was good though.
Yeah, look, it's not an easy undertaking because I don't think even women know what women think, so how's a man going to do it, Just like, yeah, this is what you feel, and they're going, no, what is that? Try having three teenage daughters, like I just sit there at the dinner table just going, I've learnt not to say much because it's going to be wrong, but you're magnificent. Yeah, but viva la difference, I say.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I do admire that undertaking because I couldn't imagine just trying to raise a child, let alone two, by myself. It's hard work, and as you said, it's hard, and it's you do depend on that other person to kind of even just to be that sounding board when you get back into bed and you're just going, am I totally losing my mind, or are they out of line? What I mean? So it's it's just having that assurance that you're not crazy and you're doing the right thing. That's what you really long for, I think, at the end of the day.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
They'll drive you to the brink of like insanity, and you go, I must be losing it. And then the other person's going, no, you're fine. There's they're teenagers.
Exactly right.
And you're going,
exactly
teenagers.
Right.
Okay, I get it.
Well, I went and asked the teacher at the school. I'm going to let you sing a song, but what was funny was I turned up at the school and there's a teacher there, and I said to her, so like, is there like a parent of teenagers support group? And she laughed at me so hard. She's got 4 children. She said, nah, you just get for the first one and you keep going to the other side.
Wow. Isn't it funny because you just see these people with little babies and they're going, oh, it's so hard with these little ones, and you're going, yeah. just wait. But no, they're beautiful.
Yeah, they're beautiful and confronting. Okay, go forth. Go forth, Lou.
Well, talking about being a teacher in education is king, and I've been a school teacher for as long as I've been a touring musician because that's the life you get in Australia if you're a touring musician. You need another job. So yeah, I've always been a high school, primary school for about 8 years, but then high school after that. And one of the subjects I had the pleasure to teach is history, geography, religion, art, music. But history and geography, the hissy department, I've always loved teaching that stuff. Our history and just what's gone into define our kind of culture and us as humans. And it's important to learn so that we especially don't make the same mistakes in the future. And I find that it's very shameful that in all of high school, pretty much, we designate about 3 lessons in about year 9, when your brains don't even work properly, to learning about pre-European history. And that means for the world's oldest living culture, you get a week's worth of curriculum to kind of get that respect across to the kids, and it's just not enough. And so then we go on to a unit with about Chinese dynasties for a whole term, or ancient Egypt or ancient Greece, and it's just it's quite sinful how we overlook just how magnificent the culture was that maintained this country in such a pristine state for so long. And there's a lot to learn from it. And so I thought the best way kind of going about changing it is to kind of design a song which could be used as a lesson in a classroom, where you get the kids to go investigate 9 names as little groups, and then they present their findings to the class. And so I kind of sat down with Kevin Bennett, a great bloke who's known to many of you, the Flood, and at the very end of the kind of song was kind of done, but he came up with another 3 magnificent names, and we kind of put it into kind of in the song. And just through learning about these 9 significant Australians, you'll get a valuable perspective on our history and why they had to rise to the fore and why they should be known. And by just putting their names into our vernacular, hopefully that might give people an insight as to what happened in the past, but also give you a better understanding of why we might be divided on certain events and days today. And that will hopefully give us a more informed decision when it comes time to putting your vote in for something that will hopefully unify us a bit more in the future. And so I wrote this song called Happy Australia Day. It goes like this. Cowboys versus Indians, white men versus savages is what I was shown on TV. I knew more about the world wars, the Zulu, the Navajo, than I did of my own history. As you begin to uncover the sin, you can feel your heart drowning in shame. It all starts with a lie we no longer deny, but it's time we all knew your name. So Pemaway, are you still fighting? Winter dawn, your song we shall sing, for all your senseless suffering. Truganini didn't mean anything, for every chain that has bound you, for every child stolen away. Well, the river still runs from the same poisoned well. Happy Australia Day, Australia Day. Well, the wheel still turns, the memory still burns. There's still so much more left to write. Yeah, but if I'm a man who was born on this land, then my history is both black and white. So Yagan, are you still fighting? Jandamara, your song we shall sing, for all you absorbed as you traveled the world. Been along, didn't mean anything, for every shot that was fired, intending to drive you away. Well, the river still runs from the same poisoned well. Happy Australia Day, Australia Day. Let the truth fill the space in between us, replacing the blame and the fear. We must learn first we are better than our worst, and respect for each other starts here. So why celebrate this great nation on a day that insults and divides? For regardless of clan, we all love this land on a way where we stand unified. Charlie Perkins, I'll stand beside you. Uncle Jimmy, your song I shall sing for all your selfless suffering. Mum Shirl, well, I feel everything for every right that's denied us, for our children who are stolen away. Well, everyone drinks from the same poisoned well, and it's time that we all shared the pain. Yes, everyone drinks from the same poisoned well. Happy Australia Day, Australia Day. Hup.
Ah,
Thank you.
that is gorgeous. That's a gorgeous one.
Thank you very much.
Of course, I'll play. I'll follow you on that subject. But yeah, anyway, great song.
Yeah, it needs. Thanks, mate. Yeah, it needs to be said.
It's a
And bit by
Yeah,
bit,
exactly.
that's our role. Just you know, you can't really be angry with the youth when they're not educated or about what to think. When you give them the facts, they're very, very respectful, as are most people. When they're educated about things that they've had no idea about, then they go, oh, yeah, I get it. And so our role is just to put it out there and hopefully, you know, it's designed to challenge people, that song. It's designed to start conversations, and hopefully through those conversations they might gain an insight into some of those remarkable Australians that were named, and then their awareness broadens a little bit, and hopefully that shifts the conscience a little bit more to make a decision that might, you know, help unify and heal. And reconcile is the key word I'm finding in life as I get older. Reconciliation is a big word, an important word on many levels.
I remember when I was a kid, I really wanted to know more, and I couldn't find much information. But I had a brilliant society and culture teacher at high school who gave me so much info. I obviously now discovered that that wasn't what most people got. You know, like that woman, you know, provided to me more than most people provide, and so my year 12 projects, you know, they're talking about 90s, was to find out how some people the same age as me who are Indigenous were dealing with growing up in a country town. And I sent all these surveys off, and when I got the surveys back, you know, some family members around me who wouldn't sort of asking those questions were really surprised to see the answers from these kids who were really not, who only one person out of 100 had hope. So these are kids the same age as me in '94, and anyway, we don't. I'll sing a song. But yeah, thank goodness for that beautiful teacher that I had, that she managed to put a little bit, you know, give me a little bit more info. And so yeah, I agree with your song, and I agree with that. Just little tiny people, slowly, we all get to learn more. Here's my song. It's called Sugar and White Man, and I'll just sing it.
Song.
Thanks, Luke. Okay. Sugar and white man, flower and stolen, children and mothers crying all night. Before Before the Bible, there was a dreaming, still keeps me believing. Emu in the sky, begging for food, begging for land, begging for something we already had. Build me a castle out of leftover things on the edge of the city. We'll just try to live. Sugar and white man, flour and stolen, children and mothers crying all night. Before the Bible, there was a dreaming, still keeps me believing. Emu in the sky. I lost my family, my memory drowned in faith and in courage. I hammered it down, I'll sew it together out of pieces of fire. On this trail worn with sorrow, from bare feet and crying. Sugar and white man, flour and stolen, children and mothers crying all night. Before the Bible, there was a dreaming, still keeps me believing. Emu in the sky. In my culture, children are laughing, people are dancing into the night. We read the footprints, we read the stars, we know exactly who we are. Sugar and white man, flour and stolen, children and mothers crying all night. Before the Bible, there was a dreaming, still keeps me believing. Emu in the sky. I want my language to sing to my child. I want my stories to teach her and I want my sisters to hold my hand. We'll love one another, and together we'll stand. Sugar and white man, flour and stolen, children and mothers crying all night. Before the Bible, there was a dreaming, still keeps me believing. Emu in the sky.
Such a beautiful song, Melanie.
Thank you. Sometimes I'm not able to talk. I can just write songs, and we had the privilege recently with having actually Robin chimed in. There I saw her in the middle of the Robin Martin from the New Graces. Woo! Popped in there.
Robin.
And we all, the Candelo crew, we all went and played at Four Winds a few months back, and we collaborated with the Jinama Choir, and they surprised me at the end. On our first rehearsal with them, and Lou Bennett surprised me by, I knew they were going to sing the last verse and the last chorus, but the last chorus came up when they broke into Durga language, and I cried and cried and cried and cried, and we all cried. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, it was magnificent. Like, it's such a healing song. It's just, it needs to get out there. It's just, and people are ready for it. People are ready for the story, ready for the truth, and change. That's a very good thing. Like we talk about, we were having a laugh about the teenagers coming through, but man, they're very aware of right and wrong, and people's freedoms, and without feeling shame and being proud of who you are. It's very ingrained in this younger generation coming through, and as is the environmental conscience and the political conscience, and it's exciting times, and they've got the platform to be heard and to sway opinion, and it's going in the right direction, I feel, sometimes. Until you get lunatics but thankfully even they get banned off Twitter and Instagram, but it's a fascinating time.
Yes. I've gotten all thinky. I'm sorry, Luke.
It's all right. You just did a thinky song. Yeah, but I can change all that. I can get you straight out of your head, man.
Well, I was actually thinking then. I think we're sort of up to. I did say to you we'll play 5 songs each, and I think this is the 5th song each. But I don't know if you want to do another one after it, then that would also be perfectly awesome. So
you got to see.
You could just
I'm completely not match fit, but see how we go. But in thinking that this is the final song.
Well, we could just say, everybody, this is it. That's gone. Now you have to all clap at the end if you want another song from Luke. Okay, this is the end. Finished.
So this is a silly song.
Awesome.
But it requires group participation for you people at home who are sitting there staring at your screen and people don't know what you're actually doing. When you start laughing out loud, as you're required to do in this song, then they'll really think you have lost it. So, I don't think there's too many questions that are going to be asked on the other side of this existence. This physical experience we're having is consciousness is floating around. Who knows why? But I think the only question you're going to be asked is, how well have you loved? And you'll know what to do and when to do it. It goes like this. Well, last night I was dreaming I was taken away, and I met up with St. Peter at the holy gates, and I said, "Hey, Peter, are you letting me in? Have I done something wrong? Am I drowning in sin?" And he laughed. That's where you laugh now. Ho, 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 here we go. Well, there's only one thing that God wants to know. And it's not the car that you drive, it's not how much you make, not the clothes that you wear, your success, your mistakes, and it's not to be found on a colour TV. Final frontier within you and in me, and it's just love, plain love. Open up, share it around. How well have you loved? How well have you loved? Well, I awoke with a start, I awoke in a sweat. I was so damn relieved that I was not yet dead. So I called up my mum, my brother, sister, and my dad, and I told them that I loved them. They all said I was mad, and I laughed. Ha ha ha, here we go. Well, there's only one thing that God wants to know. And it's not the car that you drive, it's not how much you make, not the clothes that you wear, your success, your mistakes, and it's not to be found on a colour TV. Final frontier within you and in me, and it's just love, plain love. Open up, share it around. How well have you loved? How well have you loved? Yeah, but the hardest thing is forgiveness. So come on, let's just give it a try. It's so easy to choose, you got nothing to lose. Just simply remember, no one gets out alive. Yeah, so come on and laugh. Ha ha ha. That wasn't good enough. You have to do it louder. So come on and laugh. Ha ha ha. Much better. Thank you, Melanie. Here we go. Well, there's only one thing that God wants to know. And it's not the car that you drive, it's not how much you make, not the clothes that you wear, your success, your mistakes, and it's not to be found on a colour TV. Final frontier within you and in me, it's just love, plain love. Oh, go open up, girl, and share it around. How well have you loved? 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 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Thank you, Wembley.
Woo! Everyone's going off. Yay! It's like a clap party. Look, there's more love and loves and cuddles and all sorts of things happen over here.
I'm feeling the love.
So much love. Like it's sprouting and laughing as well, obviously.
Hopefully your neighbours think you're a bunch of weirdos, you know. Keep them all guessing.
That's what we do. That's what we're here for, right? We're meant to like disturb our neighbours.
Who would have thought we'd be sitting in a room staring at little dots and just going, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah,
it's crazy. Crazy times.
And I have to keep clicking. I have to keep clicking. So it's like it's like you got to work for your own applause.
The Madigans are there too. I miss you guys. Yeah, there's so many names that are popping up that I'm just going, like you saw these people more than you saw family members. You forget.
Yeah.
You know? Lisa, yay.
Yay.
All the Browns, yep.
Well, I don't know. Are you really tired? Do you need to go? Or are you happy?
Let me just check my diary. Where have I got to go?
Well, I was just thinking, right? Okay, it is Father's Day tomorrow, and I was thinking I didn't play Dad a song, and I should play him a song. But if you don't mind, I'll play Dad a song that he likes. I think he likes John Denver. I hope he does, because that's the one I picked. And then then you can go forth and close the night off for us all.
I think I got one more Dad song in there.
Yeah,
go
good.
for it.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I think Dad likes John Denver, so that's what he's getting. With all of that, or he maybe learned at 17 when I was 15, which was kind of I thought that was a bit pretty.
Joni Mitchell.
Not Joni. It's a. Oh no, Janice Ian. Janice Ian.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, I'll go for John Denver, and I'll see you in a second. Ready?
Righto.
Okay. The problem is whenever someone plays laughing, happy songs, you just keep wanting to hang out. All right. This is John Denver, Annie's song for you. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come let me love you and give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you, let me always be with you. Come let me love you, come love me again. Come let me love you, come love me again. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again.
Oh man, who doesn't like John Denver? Holy moly.
Yeah. Oh, Dad did chime in. Look, he's hopped in there.
How you doing,
Dad
mate?
is also known. Dad is also known as Jeff.
Jeff.
Everybody say Happy Father's Day to Jeff.
Happy Father's Day, Jeff. Congratulations on creating such a beautiful daughter and granddaughters. Wow.
It's funny because I was not sure about picking that song, but then I just remembered as I was playing it that I was in. They used to put me in lots of talent quests as a kid, and I would also always get through to the final, but it was more that I was sort of the kooky one, the like sort of skinny, toothy, blonde girl with an akuba on and a classical guitar, you know, and I'd play these sort of complicated guitar pieces as a tiny little person, and but I'd never win anything. But one time I did actually win, and it was with that song, and Dad had borrowed an Ovation guitar from a flash guitar from a guitar shop, and he presented it to me before I went on stage and said, you know, play this at the final, and I played it, and I won. And what was funny was that Christmas Santa brought me an Ovation guitar, which looked really quite a lot alike the one that Dad let me borrow all that time before.
How did Santa know?
Yeah. must have sent it off in a letter anyway. It was cool. Oh, go forth, Luke. Thanks for joining me, And
Thanks for having me. It's been a lot of fun. It's strange. Just people say, "Oh, you must be writing and playing all the time," and you go, "Yeah, no." So my surfing's gotten heaps better, but music's kind of been kind of. Whew, I don't know how it'll kind of ever come back. But you would have been a very good girl, Melanie. You wouldn't have gone through your parents' stuff when they weren't home, would you?
no, I was a very good girl.
Well, I wasn't. I was what you call misunderstood child. And I couldn't figure out who these aliens were that were controlling my universe by saying no all the time. And so whenever there was an opportunity to go exploring through their stuff, I would take it. And I've played this song a bit over the years, and I don't ask the questions about what people found, because some people have been highly traumatized by what they found in their parents' bottom drawers. And that's the worst thing about going through your parents' stuff when they weren't home, because you end up with more questions than you started with, because you find stuff and you can't actually ask about it because you're not supposed to be there in the first place. So this was stuff, fortunately there wasn't much in my mother's drawers that would interest me or would fit me at that stage, Melanie. Now they fit me just perfectly. But Dad had cool stuff, real cool stuff in that bottom drawer. You might recognise a few of these things. Yes, well, when I was a kid and my folks went home, I'd break the golden rule. I'd turn into a pirate, and I would steal into their room. And there amongst the giant shadows lay a whole world to explore. But for me, the greatest treasure lay in my dad's bottom drawer. 'Cause there were old coins, cigarette lighters, shotgun shells, and the smell of old spice. There was a golden wedding ring, but the coolest thing was an old Jim Bowie knife, a silver chain and a four-leaf clover, a Sunday missal, the pages torn. In a little black box there were some ribbons and some medals from a long-forgotten war. Oh yes, in my dad's bottom drawer. There were some letters and some black and white photos of my old man in another life. Yes, in one he had his arms around a pretty young thing, not my mother, not his wife. A cherry red pipe and a tiny toy soldier, broken down watches and so much more. Man, there were so many questions that I had no answers for. Oh yes, in my dad's bottom drawer. Yes, in that old bottom drawer. Now that I'm older, I've got children of my own. At times they turn into pirates. Yes, when I am not at home, 'cause they're amongst the giant shadows. I see my things have been moved around, and I smile as I remember all those secrets that I found. 'Cause there are old coins, some cigarette lighters, shotgun shotgun shells and the smell of Old Spice. It was a golden wedding ring, but the coolest thing is still that old Jim Bowie knife. A silver chain and a four-leaf clover, a Sunday missile with a page of stone. In a little black box there were some ribbons and some medals from a long forgotten war. There were some letters and some black and white photos of my old man in another life. Yes, and one, he had his arms around a pretty young thing, not my mother, not his wife. A cherry red pipe and a tiny toy soldier, PK chewing gum, so much more. Man, there were so many questions that I had no answers for. Oh yes, in my dad's bottom drawer, yes, in that old bottom drawer. Whoa, 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 yeah. Yes, in my dad's bottom drawer. Happy Father's Day, ladies and gentlemen, but particularly the gentlemen.
Oh, that's a cracker. Goodness gracious. Thanks so much, Luke. Thanks for entertaining us all and joining me. And it's like a great date night. You've got your candle and it was lovely hanging out, and I'm sure everybody agrees.
I even had a glass of red, but I didn't even get a chance to have a glass of red with you. That's very unlike me. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a nice romantic dinner and a nice date night with us. I've had a really lovely time. Thanks, Melanie, for the date.
Yeah, lovely. Thanks, Luke. And I hope everybody, had their dinner and their wine and they can all go and cuddle each other now or something. All right, thanks everyone. Yeah. Someone actually, Martin, up above said, "Can I share the links for Luke? Because I think you've got a whole pile of new extra fans than you did before."
Yeah.
But I put the link at the top out there.
I'm pretty bad at the old social media, but Luke O'Shea Music on Facebook and Luke O'Shea Music on Instagram, I think.
Yeah, and I put your website above as well. So. Yeah,
thanks. It's important, but it'd be great to continue this new relationship that we've now formed through the ether. So hopefully put faces to ones and zeros out there too. But awesome. Melanie, always great to see you, mate.
Great to see you.
And thanks for your great songs and the invitation. Bye, everybody.
Thanks. Bye, everyone. Good night.